We got new knives from budget to expensive. Let's light it up. All right, folks, we got a new knife show this week. We've got all kinds of new stuff. Before we get started, though, we're selling on Whatnot. I'm not supposed to tell you.
Tell people that. That's a secret.
Guess what? We got a special code in the description down below for you. If you go over onto Whatnot and sign up with that code, we're going to give you $15 to spend.
$15?
In our live. Yes.
Like out of your pocket?
Yeah. So we're on Whatnot. I know you've been hearing about it on across social media. It is a really cool platform, and we're selling some really cool stuff on there. Some one-of-one, some prototypes, things like that. So if you want to get some really cool deals on some really niche and, I guess, unique knives that you're not going to be able to find anywhere else, check us out on Whatnot. We've got the link in the description down below. You can sign up with that code and get $15 for free. So let's get into the new knives. First up, let's show the one that we showed in the thumbnail there.
That one really caught both of our attentions when we saw it down on the floor.
So we just started carrying this brand. It's half-face blades.
Now, do you know how we ended up getting them? They contacted us through YouTube.
Yes, I did know that. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. I don't pay attention.
That's true.
Yes, I do. So a lot of really cool things to unpack with this brand. They are an American knife brand made right here. This one is in S35VN. This is going to be the Hunter Skinner in ram's horn. Yes, ram's horn. So let's talk about this. First of all, this is S35 full tang fixed blade. So S35 in a full tang fixed blade like this is somewhat difficult to work. It's not the simplest steel to actually work into a fixed blade. And they've done a phenomenal job with this. So you can see the logo right there. Obviously, where they get their name. Half-face blades right there. Beautiful chipping on the backside on the spine right there. And this one is going to be ram's horn on the front side on both sides of those. So that's ram's horn right there. G10 on the back. G10 orange liners, which is what gives it that interesting hue on the ram's horn right there. And one thing I didn't realize, I hadn't really paid that close of attention to, but if you look at those pins, those are copper pins.
I thought that's what that was.
Those are really cool copper pins.
Ultra lightweight.
Yes, a lot lighter than I expected it to be. And we're talking, this is going to be like a Nessmuck Skinner type blade. Now, the other really nice thing about them is it's going to come with this Kydex sheath and got the belt clip on it, but the Kydex is actually lined. So you're not going to be marring up or scarring up your blade and the finish on it when you go to put it in the sheath. It snaps in really nicely. Really good retention right there. So, and really nice pommel on that one too. Got the lanyard hole. Going to be really confidence inspiring. Now, I will say, this one right here, because of all the materials, because of how hard that is to work, and because of its lightweight nature, even though it's beefy,
detail.
Yeah, it's not going to be for the faint of heart. We're talking $850 on this one. But like I said, really nice.
This is not a one-season knife, though. This is something that's going to last you a lifetime between the steel, between the quality of the craftsmanship, the attention to detail, the little collar that goes over the belt clip right there.
Yeah.
So you can switch it back and forth, left or right. There is so much in there that this is going to be a lifetime knife. It could be worth it for that investment to the right person.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And we've got a couple of other knives from them as well. The next one,
much sticker shock.
The next one is going to be the Harpoon Backcountry. Now, I got to say, as far as designs goes, this one's going to be a really good little EDC fixed blade. I love the size of this one. The handle to blade ratio is perfect as far as an EDC knife for me, because it gives you plenty of handle and got that really nice harpoon blade on it. I love a harpoon blade.
And that
going to have a nice indexing
unsharpened
point.
harpoon, so you can get up there, get really onto it, push cuts and everything.
And we're talking G10 on the handles on this one. Really nice chipping on that one, giving you a lot of confidence as far as that texturing goes. S45VN on the blade steel, and then again, there's the logo right there. And just feels really good in the hand. This one's going to come with a Kydex sheath. It's also going to be lined on the inside. This one with a black liner and an ulti clip on that one. Again, endearing it to that EDC kind of realm, and that one's coming in at $340.
Again, lifetime knife right there. That's one that can last 4 years. Once you take care of your tool, always maintain it. And what was the steel on that as well?
S45.
S45 on that one. So, I mean, again, last you forever. Really good. And my hands are a little bit bigger than yours, and that still fits my hand really well. And I'm really getting into that, be able to get my thumb out to the end to get a good push cut. That is a great blade. Good price. Last you a lifetime.
Yeah. And one more from them, and this one I really like. So this is going to be a more interesting folder right here. Button lock on that one, and it's got a couple of different opening mechanisms, but you're going to have to make sure you keep your finger keep your finger clear of this hole when you go to open it, because you can see the blade extends down there. But look at that right there. That is really cool. So S45VN on the blade steel, got the button lock right here, and also got the ambi thumb studs, so you can flick it out like that. Going to be a really nice, I guess, less curved karambit style. Really interesting design on this one, and I also love that it's a button lock. But this one's also going to be usable as an actual knife, whereas most karambits really aren't. This one can be used like just a normal folder.
Not in a day-to-day carry, not in an office setting. If that extended a little bit more, we could use it as a cigar cutter.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. Maybe we go to them with that design. So this one is going to be the SHPOS, the subhuman piece of
stuff. I got young kids. I'm still on censorship. No.
So, I mean, that's the name of the knife.
One. Yeah.
That's the name of the knife. We didn't name it that.
Nope.
We did not. But I do like it. It's really interesting. This one's going to have the pocket clip, which is reversible right there. Nice lanyard hole on the outside of the ring on the backside back here. So that one's coming in at $500. Titanium on the handles, S45VN on the blade steel. Really, really interesting knife.
And it
right
is
there.
completely switchable between left and right on everything. They really thought well of that one.
They did. Now, this one we've talked about. We interviewed with White River while we were at Blade Show, Texas, talking about this one and talking about some exclusives that we got coming up. But they're doing a lot of work on the modern slip joint front. And this one is the Trailhead Trapper from White River. Right there.
Modern grandpa.
Beautiful, beautiful knife. This one's coming in with S35VN on the blade steel.
You got a lot of S30s and S40s on the table.
I know, right? Brown burlap micarta on the handle right there. Beautiful work as far as what they've done with the back spring. They have definitely tuned these properly, and they're working really well because, okay, so the telltale is going to be when you put it at that half stop position, it's still not sitting proud. You still don't feel flush. A seam at all.
And
really
said, what's
flush.
the steel on that one?
S35.
You sure?
And then when it's closed, Greg,
what?
You want to doubt me some more?
Yes, I want to doubt you.
You want to doubt me some more?
I want to doubt you.
It's really right there on the card from White River.
Because we were talking to Karen earlier about that. She had got some in a MagnaCut. I thought I grabbed one of the MagnaCut ones. I apologize. TC was right. It's on film.
Look.
2 days in a row I've had to admit this.
It's hard, I know.
It hurts.
It's hard. It hurts. This one's coming in at $249, which is a really great deal. For that blade steel and from White River, American made, 59 to 60 Rockwell, the beautiful micarta on the handles. They've got several different versions coming out in that. And we've got our very own Queen USA made that's coming from them as well, that we're really excited about also.
Now, everybody knows me. The sticker shock is real on that. So I brought this one up for you.
So this is a new Rough Rider right here. This is going to be our brown canvas micarta slip joint right here. Modern slip joint. Got the brass lanyard tube. 440 on the blade steel. Or no, D2 on the blade steel. Oh, wow. Yeah.
D2? Upgraded on that one.
I don't know why I didn't know that because we talked about that last night. This one is actually already sold. We sold this one on Whatnot last night. We're actually getting everything
over there.
Yeah, we got the packing slip right there, and we are getting ready to ship this one in particular out to a lucky buyer from Whatnot. So
And they bought that before it was even up on the website.
Yeah, one-way pocket clip on that one, and really nice long pull as well. I think this is another great blend, especially for a budget option.
For me, for the budget for what I'm going to use it for, while the White River is one that's going to last a lifetime, this is one I'm going to take to work and beat on every day, be able to sharpen it right back up with any stone I've got in my pocket. And for the price,
yeah. It's fantastic. $19.99 on that one. That's a great deal and a great pickup. Now, we have also talked about some of our new knives from Bestech, from Tenable. We picked up some more of those to put on the show today. We're going to go through some of the Tenable offerings, and these are a couple that I didn't even get to see at SHOT Show or at Blade Show Texas. We talked to them, and we went over quite a few of their offerings, but more of their high-profile ones.
Okay.
These are the, I guess, lesser-known ones, the ones that I haven't seen so far. So this one is the Calibri Tech Nitro V. This one's a honking knife right here. And it doesn't look like it, but that's green G10 on the handles. That's two-tone green and black G10.
it is really one of those that you've got to hold at every angle. And those, remember the optical illusions we had when we were in school? You had to do the whole thing. That's what that reminds me of.
So you talking? I need to put it to my nose and then back away slowly and go slightly cross-eyed.
If there had been like a fish that had jumped out at you at that, I would have loved it right then. I really would have.
So this one's going to have ambi thumb studs, a flipper on the back, and a front flipper on the front. And I got to say, with a blade this size and having a flipper on the back, it always concerns me that flipper on the back is going to get in the way right there. So let's see how this does right here.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that was super easy.
That was really smooth.
Nitro V on the blade steel, G10 on the handles. That one's coming in at just $59.89.
For $60 for the person that likes to carry that oversized large knife. It reminds me of the Night Horse that we had for a little while.
Yeah.
If you enjoy that kind of knife for $60 all day long, and I really enjoy Nitro V. I really do.
Yeah, it's a great, formidable blade steel. Then we've also got the Anomaly. This one's just a very simple, no nonsense,
Some
no
of your favorite kind of
frills.
scales right there.
Yeah, I love the JG10 liner lock. Now this one does have a flipper. That's going to be the only opening mechanism, but this is a really just simple knife, but has beautiful lines. That one looks like
Very sleek.
just a classic modern folder.
You could wear that one in a suit. You could carry it on Sundays. No problem whatsoever.
Beautiful knife. Nitro V on the blade steel. Dirk Pinkerton design, too. That's the Anomaly. That one's coming in at $54.89. And then, now, this is one that we've had, but we got some new colors in, so I wanted to show it off, and that is the Cryo. They're 14C 28N on the blade steel on this one. Got the crossbar lock, purple aluminum on the handles. We got several different colors, nice drop point with the coating on it. This is a Kim Ning, I think. Yeah, Kim Ning design. And really good action. Ambi thumb studs, just pops right out there.
And you've got a lot of property right there on the front. If you're somebody that likes to make your blades one of a kind, I've seen a lot of them doing laser engravings on them. You've got a lot of places to do that.
I like that one.
And with that color already on there, if you do any artwork, it's going to pop really, really well.
And at that price point, $56.89, that's a fantastic
And this
buy.
one's 14C 28N, right? I mean, all of them with good steels, good prices. Tenable's doing some really good stuff.
That's one thing that I'm loving seeing. I'm loving seeing the budget end of knives get more formidable blade steels.
Getting more love.
Yeah, absolutely.
There for a long time, whenever you told somebody that you had a 14C 28, or rather you weren't carrying a S35 or something. Oh, you're carrying a gas station knife.
Well, and I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, you look at it, and typically 440, 8CR, AUS 8, those are the blade steels in the budget realm that don't get the love. Then for the longest time, those were on the budget end that were 50 and below, and then
Wheelhouse.
It was probably around 100 to 140 that things like Nitro V and 14C28N lived in, and now we're seeing those prices come down, and that's really nice to see.
And getting some more interesting designs with them as well, so it's fun.
Yeah. Now, we showed you guys Bestech. We just picked up Bestech in the store, and we didn't show off, I don't think, any of the higher-end Bestech last week.
Had any of them.
But I wanted to show this one off.
You've been playing with this one since it came in the office.
This thing's just got a cool look to it. So nice belt satin finish on that exaggerated clip point right there. This one's called the Raison. We're talking titanium, anodized titanium on the handles right there. Magna cut on the blade steel. Thumb disc opening, which I just said on the live last night that I'm really liking all the knives that are coming out with thumb discs now. It's like it's making a comeback. It wasn't popular there for a really long time.
Those of us that did like them really loved them, and even went aftermarket to have to find them on a couple of knives for things. But now that they're coming back in style, coming back with that design, and it's not just an add-on at the end, it's actually thought of as part of the design.
Yeah. They've got cutouts for them usually. So, and let's take a look at that drop close, that drop shut right there. So, frame lock, and then we turn it, and it's falling into place.
You don't even have to turn your wrist. It was already pulling itself over.
And I also love, this is another classy part to this. So, let's take a look at the script.
Ooh, the entire table.
Right? That Magna Cut is in. So, you can see Magna Cut in that script right there. That just looks super classy to me.
Again, more people are paying attention to details, taking that little bit extra time, doing a little bit more to it. And does it affect the knife overall? No. But does it make you happy when you're carrying it in your pocket? Does it make you happy when you're explaining it to other knife guys, or gals?
It absolutely does. I love this knife. I think it's beautiful. And the lines are just sexy. I mean, if you just look at that from an aesthetic perspective, just beautiful. And the way the lines fit in with that pocket clip right there, again, just really beautiful. And it almost seems like they've thought of this too. So the pocket clip actually does have a cutout right there. You can see where it doesn't quite match the handles. Reason being is when you actually grip it here, at least for me, the fatty part of my palm right there fits on that section. So it actually helps almost with like a hot spot.
Hey, and from all of us big boys, anytime we get some help on fatty palms or any other parts, it's appreciated.
That's right.
I mean, you had a little incident the other day with a little Rough Rider, didn't you? Right into the meat of your hand.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
But I mean, even with my hand size, that thing, it fits really, really well.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying that. I'm glad you picked that one up, and you've been playing with that one all day. Now
we got
to the budgets.
We got a couple of budget bangers here from Bestech, and this one's called the Ronin, and we're talking G10 on the handles right here. This is their Bestech man line. Ambi thumb studs, super smooth action. Pops out there really nice.
Really good pop of color on that.
Yeah, 14C28N on the blade steel. This is one that I really like.
I really like the matching spacer they did with it.
Yeah, and then you got the lanyard groove out thing. I don't know what to actually call that because it's not a hole, but it is a loop.
There has to be a technical name. Let us know what it is down in the
lanyard
comments.
loop, whatever thing. That one's coming in at $51.90. Then we've also got the Guardian here, which is a really interesting one. So that's G10 on the handles, but in a carbon fiber pattern.
Okay, I was wondering about that.
Yeah. And that's actually what they call it. They call it a carbon fiber pattern. This one is a button lock, not a top liner lock. I did have the parakeet wrong last week. Greg was
not me.
gloating at that.
Not
I
me.
just didn't look at it really closely.
I'm not the one that was gloating on it.
Still a button that actuates the top liner lock, but whatever. Doesn't negate that. But anyways, D2 on the blade steel, really nice belt satin finish on this one. And I really like this
that
one
carbon
again.
fiber finish just really pops in the light, shimmering right there.
And we've got several different colors available. We've even got some that are PVD coated on the blade, so not a belt satin finish. I prefer the belt satin. That's just what I like. But we've also got the PVD coated. That one's coming in at $55.90 right there. And then we've got probably one of the smoother ones. This is the good boy. Who's a good boy?
Who's a good boy?
Who's a good boy? That's a good boy. So some really interesting things. This is another button lock, super smooth action. And this one we're talking D2 on the blade steel again, and G10 on the handles, reversible pocket clip. But one thing that they did different on this one, you can notice the crowning on the spine right here, as well as the very fine jimping right there, which is, I mean, it's almost like you can feel it a little bit when you just smoothly, lightly run your finger over it, but when you actually press into it, that's when it grips. I also love the way that they did the compound grinds out to the tip, giving it a little bit more stability further out there, putting a little bit more material behind that edge out at the tip. Going to make it a little bit harder to break the tip off when you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing with your knife, as in using it as a pry bar.
Don't use your knives as a pry bar.
Don't use your knives as a pry bar.
Now, we had Brian and Jaleesa from BEDC come in a couple of weeks ago, and this is one of her favorite colors from them. She picks up every single one of the teal ones. That complementary teal between the handle and that blue button lock right there really sets it off.
Yeah.
Great knives, great prices, and that one's at
$53.90.
$53.90 for D2.
$3.90. Beautiful finish, smooth action. Absolutely cannot beat it. I love that thing, and
I'm glad they're in store. They're getting some love. We want to show everybody, and we have moved those around in store. So if you come in store now, those are over beside the sharpening and engraving custom shop.
Yeah,
go down and see Dylan. Go see Rhino. Rhino can help you out.
See Dylon and Rhino. Yep. So that's all we got on the show today,
and that's all.
And we've got a link in the description below for all of these knives right here.
And I have to tell you, compliment you on that, because everybody's been loving being able to have that one link to go to all of them like that. You did that yourself. That was a TC original.
That was my idea.
That was his idea.
That was my idea. And I'm the one creating those landing pages for those.
Okay, now you're just wanting compliments, good boy.
No, it's just it's one of those. I haven't done a good job at remembering what we've got on the show. So typically, what happens is we come in and film. Isaac takes the footage and edits it. And then at that point, we usually take the knives either back down to the floor or take them to go be photoed for lifestyle shots. And it's usually about 6 days later when Isaac's getting ready to put the video up that he's like, hey, do you have a link for me? And I haven't built the landing page
yet. And then
you
see a look of panic over TC's face.
And I don't remember what was on the show 6 days ago because I've slept since then. So then I go trying to pull from the depths of my brain, which doesn't work right anyways.
No, that's terrifying.
And remember what was on there, and I can't. And at that point, too, I've usually already done, like, shorts on all these.
And we've got 6 more shows that we've shot in between and 30 other things.
Well, and I've already done the shorts on them, and I've already sent them to Greg so that he can edit those, and I don't have those either to go off of. So it's been a process. But
then somebody shows up, and then we have to do an interview in the middle of all of it. Shh. Oh, sorry. Shh. Oh, you talk about things that's off.
But what I'm going to do is, as soon as we get done filming, I'm going to take a picture of the table, and I'm going to put it in my phone.
And then you're going to do shorts, and then I'm going to pack that one up to ship to the guy that bought it.
Yeah. What are you carrying, Greg?
I'm carrying slingshots. So I went down to Georgia Bushcraft.
Look, people give me a hard time for carrying more than one knife. Yeah. I don't want to hear it.
No.
Carrying 2 slingshots.
No, this one's a present. We got this one downstairs. Where's the slingshot part of it? Look, this is great. This is from Frost, because it's not only a slingshot.
Somebody from Imperial, California is calling me.
Do you owe anybody money in Imperial, California?
I hope not.
Yeah. So it's not only a slingshot.
No.
It's a knife.
So
it's a knife shot.
This can actually come out right here. It's a button lock. Yeah. And this is a flipper. liner lock.
Do not deploy the knife while you are trying to shoot the slingshot.
Yeah, that could be bad.
That could be bad.
That could be real bad. So,
is it impractical? Yes. But is it fun? Yes.
did I put it in the
I
right
think
way?
you put it backwards.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. So I'm going to send this to my buddy just to have some fun with. It's a great little thing. Slingshot is just another good way to get the kids outdoors. I don't have to pay a lot of money for it. I pay for the slingshot once and some rubber bands. And the guys at Simple Shot are awesome about that. So I'm going to send that to them. And they're going to call me and go, what the heck is this? So that's what that is.
That is hilarious.
That's what I'm carrying today. As far as a knife, I've got an SRM because, well, we've been breaking down a ton of boxes in office. And that one just holds up to the abuse. It really, really does. So what you got in pocket?
I got a couple of different ones that I'm carrying today that I haven't carried in a long time. First up is my Beyond DDC Terramundi.
I watched you stab yourself with that
pneumatic actuator. Yeah. So David's son gave me this one. He was very gracious. They weren't originally going to make it, and
they couldn't figure out how to open it.
Couldn't figure out how to open it without doing something like this. And I just walked over to the table and I picked it up and just did like that.
We were in the middle of talking, getting ready for an interview, and David stopped everything. How did you do that? I love David for that. And yeah, it's great.
And
we can tell him it's sharp.
This one's yes. This one I dropped when he gave it to me. That was that year at Texas, a couple of years ago, and I dropped it straight into my thigh, and it stuck in my thigh. Mm-hmm. It literally dropped and like stayed standing in my thigh.
Huge shout out to those pants though as well, because they washed the blood right out of those.
Yeah, they did. And then I'm also carrying my
your little guy,
my little UTX 70.
Yeah, you had that one in pocket in a minute.
Hellhound Bounty Hunter right there. I freaking love this knife. This one's one of my favorite ones that I've ever picked up. I love the size. I think it's perfect. Just works. So I'm carrying a couple that I don't usually carry. I haven't carried these in a really long time.
You even admitted earlier you're not carrying a fixed blade for. I've known you going on 5 years.
I know it feels really weird.
You don't have
a fixed blade. I was in a hurry this morning. I had to feed the ponies this morning, and
you guys let us know what you're carrying this week. What fun knives that you've been putting in your pockets that normally don't get a lot of love, because that's something I've really been trying to do is go through my collection and give some things that I don't carry on the daily some love there.
Yeah.
And so let us know what you want. Let us know what things you've seen in sight. And, of course, one of the best things, let us know what you want to see next time and what we need to be carrying in store. Anything else?
That's right. We got a lot of cool content coming up, and we got Blade Show coming up in June. So if you're going to be at Blade Show in Atlanta in June, be sure to stop and see us. We're going to be wearing Hawaiian shirts. You can come by our booth, play beer pong, and get laid. So stop by and see us. And remember, if it cuts...
like a slingshot.
Stay away from me with that thing. Then we carry it.
But it's got a knife. We carry it. It cuts.
Yeah. I need you to calm down. How you doing?
I got myself. Oh, in pockets. Bitch.
Oh. I need to hit record on this. No, it's not. Now it's recording. Did you record any of that before?
That's what I'm hoping now.
I guess we'll find out, by God.
Well, hit the thing and you can do it again.
No, we're not pulling it
The
back.
show hasn't even started and I've already screwed up.
And you wonder why last time yours got canceled.
No, that wasn't even you or me. That was Isaac. Burning daylight cowboy.
Hey!